How esports programs empower students. One definition is that esports takes the form of organized multiplayer online video game competitions, which often include live broadcasts with commentary and award prize money to competitors. What we're going to find in our exploration that esports in the K-12 arena is far more than this. There are many more opportunities for our students through the esports experience. To have some context, we can look and see that esports over the years has continued to grow until now it's over $1 billion industry. And what this means for our students is that there are more opportunities in job-related fields as well as college opportunities. One of the things I invite you to do is to watch this video about one school, Grapevine Colleyville ISD, where you'll hear students and adults talk about the impact of esports and what it has done for its students that go far beyond just playing the games, and that there are more things students are doing besides playing the games to develop their career development and experiences. So esports is more than just players competing in matches. It is about developing those global professional skills that are so important for our students to have by the time that they graduate so they can successfully navigate their lives post-school, going into college, career, and job opportunities. NACE, the National Association of Colleges and Employers, does an annual survey of its memberships where they ask the question of what type of skills do you want to see from your incoming students and prospective employees. And this, what you see currently, is what the top 5 are. Problem-solving skills, ability to work in a team, strong work ethic, analytical and quantitative skills, communication and technical skills were together. And so when we think about this in terms of gamers, when gamers are looking to compete or improve their play, we'll find that many of these skills are equally important in order to become a better player at our games. There's just so much that's involved in all of these skill sets that if we spend the time in all these areas, we can actually do better in terms of our understanding of mechanics and data points about the abilities and equipment that we can incorporate into our play. As well as communication is always something that's important in what we do. And when we look at these skills that students can be highly motivated to develop through their gameplay, they are transferable to the classroom, where they can use these skills in their academic center to improve their learning and achievement experiences. And learn how to self-advocate and build agency so that when they do graduate and go on to either the workforce or college, that they have higher level expertise in these skill sets to be effective. And esports experience can help them develop these skills. When we look at this, we can see that besides in the classroom experience, it also builds social interactions, that there are studies that will support this. It is about these skills will help them prepare for college, career, and job opportunities. So it just involves so many ways that these students share a common interest. And what's interesting is that for all these different occupations and experiences in esports, not all of them are about playing the game. In fact, many of them, most of them, have more to do with activities that surround the game, that students have high interest, especially if they're esports fans. And we can look at some of these different roles that we're starting to see happening in K-12 environment, where students are building these skill sets to use for what their passions are, that they can take on and look for potential careers, certifications, and preparation for college, where they might even get scholarships along the way. And when we look at these type of experiences, we can see how they have crossover experience in a lot of the areas that are impacted by gaming. And we see on the left-hand side, and then we look on the right-hand side, we can see what can impact in terms of jobs, that coaching is just one potential job. There's so many other aspects that wrap around the player experience, both traditional and non-traditional roles. And when we think about esports programs or components that we can build and provide our students experiences, there are many ways that we can do that. And if we can find 2, 3, or more that we build into a program, we can maximize the opportunities of how many of our students can feel connected and want to be involved. There are over $20 million in scholarships that are available to our students that they can look to get involved in. And because it's a billion-dollar industry, those opportunities are going to continue to grow. What's interesting about these scholarships and grants is that doesn't include for related fields, that students who build those experiences in surrounding areas that support the team can also build their portfolio to potentially get scholarships and get accepted at the college of their choice. There are so many ways that we can involve students in their shared passion. And we have to keep in mind that not all students want to be competitive players at the highest level. They might be esports fans who are casual players who are looking for other ways to be involved and to interact with others. There are many data points that really does support this. There have been some national studies that have shown that 47% of students who participate in a school esports program has found that for the very first time, they've joined a school function. That means that before that, almost half of the students in this responding surveys did not feel connected with their school until that was available. And what you can see here is 3 examples. We have DePaul University, where the intramural program, almost half, 48%, said this was the first time they were connected. Grapevine Colleyville ISD, a school district in Texas, it was 70% of their students responded, said this was the first time they found a connection. And 38% of a middle high school program in Plymouth Canton in Michigan found the same thing for themselves. That means when you consider ranging from 38% to 70%, that out of 1,000 students, that's a potential impact of 380 to 700 students feel disconnected from their school if there's not an esports program to involve them, to make them feel like there's something that reflects them. A Pew study found that 90% of students play video games. 97% were boys, 83% were girls. And when we consider that there's so many students who are gamers and play, that out of 1,000 students, we could have an impact on almost 900 students to have a positive experience that impacts their school career through esports programs. So taking all this together and considering that this is how we have so many students who can be affected, who could be positively engaged in school, potentially re-engage, reconnected, why would we not have an esports program? Here are some quotes by some students who participated. Finding a community where people share the same interests as me has given me a great friend group. I have become a more confident person as a result, and I'm willing to put myself out there more and have new experiences. I'm often antisocial and don't like to get involved in club activities. Esports is my first time meaningfully participating in an extracurricular activity. Before joining esports last year, I was more of a loner. Esports has helped me open up and get out more, meet new people, and teach others. If you want to build up social skills as an introverted or antisocial individual, esports is a good option. You can also build new knowledge and understanding about computers and gaming, have fun with teamwork, cooperation and leadership, and make new friends. So as we think about this and reflect and consider the opportunities, Dell Technologies and Advanced Learning Partnership has spent years in this field to support districts as they support their students, so that they provide different options. As you click this link or copy this link, it will give you access to a guide for clubs, a guide for thinking about what type of courses that electives you might offer, as well as an example of what a 3-year implementation plan could look like to have such a great impact for your learners.